There we go.
Weird.
It happened. It finally happened.
Yeah.
Classic Discord rug. How's it going?
Awesome. How's it going with you?
Good. I'm stoked. Lots of really cool pieces coming into play. It's been a yeah, productive. Been super productive. Been cooking. I'm excited for everything that's going on right now in the open source process.
Nice. I've been sick the past few days, so I haven't really been paying attention to anything.
Yeah, no, it's been good. It's never quite as good without you. You feeling better now?
Yeah, yeah, definitely feeling better today.
Good. Abby is sick too, so misery loves company, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Um, so what should we cover first? I mean, a lot of the objectives are similar. I guess we covered some of this stuff in uh GM Tidings maybe, but what do you think would be the important stuff to cover today?
I just invited James up onto the stage. He wanted to speak about something. We
Sweet.
hear from him.
Yeah, heck yeah. And I did see your messages, James. Sorry, it's just been busy morning, so I hadn't gotten a chance to get back to you yet. But we can totally, yeah, we can talk through some of those details here. We can also grab some dedicated time to make sure you guys have a clear understanding of the passage CLI for the stuff that you guys need.
Yeah, so Jim, everyone. Thank you, Lex. Thank you, Greg, for bringing me up on the
Yo.
stage. So, based on what we have so far, we are we are almost done with the UI for the creation portal because we want to finalize with it first before we can hop in on the staking and finish it up, right? To get one done
Yeah, yeah.
before finish. So we are done with the UI. So as you can see, you can see my screen, right?
Yep, yep.
So once one clicks on connection of wallet, it shows them this page. Then they go ahead to populate the rest of the details, right? So based on what we have so far, we wanted to start integrating the contract and the
Yes.
CLI tools that was given to us by you guys. So we are
Perfect.
unable to wrap our heads around it. We understand the code that was written there, but we
Right.
want like for you guys to show us like a video demo, or maybe we can have a separate call on how you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
use it to launch NFTs. And given that the Notefleet team has already launched an RPC, that's a testnet RPC. How do
Yep.
you guys configure your mainnet RPC with the CLI tools to launch an NFT so that we can be able to know how we can be able to use it on our own end and spin up an API too so that we can call everything from a particular endpoint and use it on our own on the creation portal. Yeah,
Perfect.
that's just what
That's
we wanted.
awesome. So we can totally maybe we can make a video just demoing what that would look like or how that should work or what kind of stuff you'd need to know. Um are there and maybe if you wanted to just write down any specific questions you have, I can run it by Mike and we can figure out um whether or not it's worth time to just hop on a call to dive into it or whether we should just put together a video so you guys have a point of reference.
All right, sure. I'll send it on the Slack channel or on the Discord, whichever
Slack
one
is
you
totally
prefer.
fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, I'll write the detailed stuff that we need, then send it there.
Perfect. That's awesome. And we'll get you a video stat so we can start cooking on launching some more NFTs on Passage.
Sweet.
That's awesome. Very exciting. And as you guys saw, um, the latest marketplace upgrade is going to be followed by even more upgrades very, very quickly. So very excited to have a solid tool for new creators coming in to launch collections. Um, and James and his team were also working on the NFT staking portal. So all that to say, there's a lot of really cool pieces that'll be coming through. Um, And my hope, I expressed this in the passenger chat, so I guess I can say it here as well. But this is not in stone. It's just, I think it's very reasonable that we'll have the staking mechanism and a fun gamification mechanism ready to do the Strange Clan egg launch by November, right? That's when Winter's Rise would normally be, right?
Yeah, it normally coincides with like
Black
Black
Friday.
Friday in the real world. So
Yeah. Right, right. In the world that we all reside in, unfortunately. But alas, here we are, getting sick and getting rugged by Discord and living it up. So,
yeah,
um, yeah. So that's my goal for those features right now, because somebody was asking about Strange Clan in general, and me and Greg have been talking about ways that we can start launching some more Strange Clan experiences, right? Um, Kind of like the demo we did in the past, but with more of the passage features integrated, with more of the social features, and just make something a fun experience. And I'd love to start that with the Winter's Rise experience this year to really gamify the whole egg staking process and make it a fun experience. So, been talking to Greg about that, but I was also talking to the Node Fleet team because they're very interested in helping with some fun gamification stuff. They've been cooking, and there's a lot of cool opportunities there. So, point being, still moving on a couple different areas. Obviously, we've got the improved functionalities in the marketplace and the new features that are coming to the marketplace. But that's also going to tap into how we're leveraging Passage, which is really cool. So, like, we'll be able to do some new stuff on the platform side as well. Um, we do have new teams. So, just in terms of, I'll touch briefly on some of the stuff we're doing on the platform side as it becomes because it will become more and more relevant um, to what we can do on the blockchain side, right, with the open source community. um, so we have this creation portal for NFT collections that James and his team are wrapping up, but and this is something Greg doesn't even know. I got to use this week a oh, sick, oh, this makes me so happy. um, so I got to use a creation portal for Passage Worlds. Now, it's not a creation portal like creating a Passage World, but it's for your world builds, so that you, Greg, could theoretically launch your own world without us having to help you out. We have a dashboard for, and I did the whole process. Mike helped me through it the first time, but basically, we're using Plastic, and our build server connects to Plastic. That's our version control software, and it will find a repo that you put into uploaded into Plastic. You can point it towards a specific branch of that repo, um, and start a build. So you can start
Nice.
a project, you can add a build to that project, and you can push it to. We've got basically 3 staging environments: dev, beta, and production. So you can technically have 3 versions of the world live at any point, um, and then have the production build go into kind of like your public dashboard on Elite, right? So yeah, it's pretty cool. Um, and right now we were testing this out with one of our clients on the Passage side. So yeah, if this workflow works out, I mean, right now it's still early. Um, it could be something that, we can get to a place where anyone could use it, right? It's not
Yeah.
in that place yet. Right now, it's a really good tool for like me to use and to kind of like manually onboard a client. But the goal would be, or onboard somebody like you, Greg, who's like, again, very involved, right? It'll take a little bit longer to make it something that just anybody could use easily, without like, kind of like custom onboarding, right? So
Yeah,
that's why it
that's
kind of makes
really
more sense for
that's
team and
more than
clients.
that's more than pretty cool though. That's great. Like especially uh like me myself having had some problems with like you upload a world and then there's these little things that don't quite work right, so you have to tweak them on the Unreal side so you can upload them
Exactly.
again and test them out. And it
Yep.
was like send it over to like Ryan and wait until he had time and then test it out, and like, oh, you got to tweak it again and then you got to send it over. So like this could really speed the process up.
Oh yeah, exactly. It'll all be in your hand, which is cool, and it is up to the whims of your own ambition and your internet connection. Because the longest part for me was just uploading everything for this world we were testing it with. Um, yeah, so really exciting stuff. I mean, it's cool to see like very quickly. I'd like to get to a place where we can see this whole workflow of somebody creates a collection, they use it to gate, a world as an NFT, or they use it for gating avatars. There's lots of pieces coming together. So for those who are tuning in now or who will be tuning into the recording, um, we got a lot of really cool pieces cooking. If you want to get on the inside track to kind of build with some of these tools, hit me up because it it's still early, but all the pieces are here to make some really unique experiences, and we're cooking with some really cool people. Actually, if you guys pay attention, you might see some of these people occasionally in the GM Tidings or other community activities. I can't name names or anything like that, but the folks who are building with us are around. They're hanging out. So
Cool.
yeah.
I wanted to mention really quick that Node Fleet still working away on the back end, but they you probably saw, but they had some notes on stuff they completed and are working on now. Like the test net is ready. So for anybody
Sick.
that's not aware, Node Fleet has been building out a test net so we can test out all of these new features and marketplace things and new developing things before we put them on mainnet to make sure that they're solid. So the test net's ready. They're also working on a snapshot system so that we can uh, wipe out and redo the test net quickly. Have snapshots for uh, testing out airdrop things or whatever it might be. Then
Mm,
they're also working on a faucet for devs to work on the test net so they can get tokens to work. And then they're also working on auction mechanism, but they're also working on other stuff. So we tentatively have like a 4-phase setup for a whole bunch of new Passage Marketplace features and different things that Node Fleet is working on. So we're only in phase 1, and there's a lot coming.
heck yeah. Yeah, a lot of really cool pieces. Um, this is all going to be stuff that makes it a lot easier for folks to create on Passage in general. So yeah, definitely continue to. I'll be dropping hopefully today, if not tomorrow, in time for GM Tidings. Have some more, basically the final details on the Atom NFT collection and how you could win $30,000 in Atom. We're going to have some unique opportunities for folks who collect those NFTs. Um, and yeah, it's going to be a good time. And so we've already showcased 2 out of the collection of 3. There will be 3 different pieces you can get. And yeah, it's going to be a blasty blast. So stay tuned for that. That one's going to be a lot of fun.
Lex, do you want to talk about? I saw this week that Akash made some advancements that looked like they might be related to things that Passage can use. Do you have anything to mention on
Oh
that?
yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I shared, is that the tweet that I shared from Greg?
Yeah.
Or was it something more recent? Yeah, okay, okay. So basically, um he was talking about scaling supply on Akash. Now, I think what he's talking about is being able to leverage, if I understand, um, different types of consumer hardware, right? Because part of the problem with using consumer hardware like, a 4090 or a 3070 that might be in a laptop or a gaming computer of some kind, right? Is that um, it's not great for certain workflows, right? It's great for processing graphics, it's great for rendering, but you can never add up enough consumer GPUs right now to equal some of these high-end GPUs like the H100s, because sometimes you need to have a certain amount of stuff in the memory of the GPU for it to be able to chug on a process, right? It can't even begin to start processing this data unless it has all this stuff in memory. So you need GPUs that have a huge amount of VRAM, the video memory, in order to be able to actually even contribute to some of these larger AI workflows or things like that, right? I believe what he's talking about is basically tech or ways to essentially allow multiple GPUs to contribute together, right? So like allowing some of those consumer GPUs to coordinate on some of these larger workflows. And on our side, basically anything that allows them to bring more compute, like, because we can leverage all of those consumer GPUs. So anything that allows them to onboard more of that hardware is going to have a huge impact on the hardware that's available for passage experiences, right? So there's a lot of unique opportunities for that. If they can incentivize consumers in a meaningful way to contribute compute to make money, it will drastically increase the number of GPUs we have available. Because yes, we can use the high-end GPUs on Akash, but we don't always need that. And we've worked with the 3000 series GPUs, consumer GPUs. We've worked with 4000 series consumer GPUs, and then also with some of the like A100s. I forget what our kind of like typical workload is for comparison on AWS. But again, generally I think the A100 puts us in line with our typical 2 users per GPU workflow, right? So anything that's going to allow Akash to incentivize more consumer GPUs and leverage more types of GPUs that they can monetize on the network is going to have a drastic impact on the GPUs that are available for passage experiences as well. So again, all those developments are very impactful for our users because we can leverage kind of the whole suite of GPUs. And frankly, the lower tier enterprise GPUs and the higher tier consumer GPUs are really the best fit in terms of cost per dollar for the compute processes that we're doing for the rendering. So that's kind of the sweet spot for us.
Awesome.
Yeah. So very excited about that. Yeah, and I retweeted Greg on that one last week because yeah, very, very relevant to our workflows as well. Beans, any other thoughts, hopes, dreams? It's been cooking up a storm in here. Yeah, we testnet is live. New pieces moving forward for the NFT creation workflow and the NFT staking, and new builder tools on the platform side as well for being able to build worlds autonomously. Go team, go.
Hey Lex, please don't forget I left a message on the Slack group.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay, I'll take a look at that now.
Awesome. Go team go.
Yep.
Bye
Yeah,
guys.
and we'll get you the either video feedback or we'll set up a call so we can work through the CLI stuff.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Yee.
We'll be looking forward to that.
Sick. Awesome. Thanks so much for taking the time. Thanks for being here, James, and everyone else for showing up. We'll see you guys on the flippity flop. Stay Dragon, fam. Peace.
Yep.